Okay. So we tried to accomplish 6 goals. The first one is the fundamentals of the services and products. So we wanted to understand the fundamentals. The second goal is to have a good introduction. We don't want any kind of solicitation here. We want to have a good understanding of what you do. So there's a Q&A, which is the first part of our meeting. And then the third goal is to establish a business relationship, because it is really difficult to do that, especially in 1 hour meeting, but we're gonna try and do that, okay? The next thing is what we call expert section. This is where we will have a topic and talk about a specific subject. But in this case, we have Martha Razo, who's gonna be speaking, and she'll present for 7 minutes. And then we will have a chance to ask her a question, and that will be 3 minutes. So, and then after that, we're going to have what we call business share time. The business share time is to share one of the three things, either your success story or a challenge that you're dealing with in your business, or a specific goal, so we can see where we can help each other. And lastly, we find opportunities to collaborate and talk about that. Okay, does that is that good? All right. So we're going to go ahead and start with our Q&A. I'll be the first one to ask question, and then you'll have a minute or two, since it's just the four of us. We'll have a good time to answer the questions. So what I'm going to ask is, Michael, with your business, in regards to your business, why is it golf accessories is what you have chosen as part of your business?
Well, I've been in sales for a long time and have sold, many different things. And I guess it might have been in my blood to begin with, because my grandfather built a golf course back in the 20s. And so I've always liked golf. And I've had other sales positions, and I've called on golf courses, and they always just were down to earth people, So I wanted to do something on my own rather than working for other companies, and just decided that I wanted to try doing something with the golf industry. So I found some companies that I could represent in the area, and started part-time doing it in my spare time, and did that for about 4 years. And then at that point, I just decided, I was going to go ahead and do it full time, and started doing that. So I've been doing that ever since.
Awesome.
So actually started doing it in 1991. So been doing it quite a while.
Wow. Okay, Michael, now it's your turn to ask Martha or Paul. You can choose one, and you can ask the question.
Okay, Paul, ask, why do you have the Rio Rancho City of Vision on there? Are you a city employee or something like that, or what?
Great question. No, what I'm doing, Michael, is I'm promoting economic development for this city. It's a relatively young city, about 40 years old, but so I am producing or promoting economic development by means of commercial real estate development here. And Rio Rancho, to just let you know how young it is, I mean, their new civic center area is not even built up. That'll tell you a lot. So that's what we're trying to focus in on.
And is that in California?
No, this is in the state of New Mexico. Rio Rancho is a beautiful southwest city. We're about a mile up in the air, 5,050 square, 5,050 miles up, 5,050 feet up in the air. So it's a great place. It used to be known for people to retire, but the secret is out. So there are a lot of people, different ages coming here, a lot of Californians. And that's where I'm originally from, San Francisco specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yep, this is it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Very good. Thank you.
Now, Paul, go ahead and talk to ask Martha.
Okay, Martha, which, by the way, really nice photo of you with the intro to this, your presentation. Anyway, Martha, I know that you're in the numbers. Yeah, my pleasure. I know that you're in the numbers And you're going to tell us a little bit more about numbers, so I don't want to get into that. But what else do you like to do aside from your work?
Oh, I love two things. One of them is wood pallets. I actually wanted to put a background of wood pallets without confuse people. So I've been playing with backgrounds. I love wood pallets. Let me show you what they are in case you don't know.
Oh, I
Have you
know
seen
what
these
wood
little
pallets.
pieces?
Oh yeah, that's
I buy
nice.
and sell these in truckloads, in trailer full. So I love these. These are the pieces of wood that fed me and I had food in my plate thanks to them. So I still keep the work that my dad does by running the operations in there. Second thing I love is math. That's why I'm doing my PhD in big data, process mining, because I cannot stop learning. I want to be a lifetime learner.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, Martha, you get to ask me a question.
All righty. I actually want to know why you started this, because this is a great program. I'm actually disappointed that a lot of people didn't show up, but this platform, Fire Connect, is very valuable. And I think as long as I'm alive, I want to show my face every day.
Well, you know,
Yes.
part of it is when you show up, you get the blessings. That's how it works for me. And I have never missed, I probably, the only time I miss a Fire Connect meeting is because I have an important a live event, and that's the only time I'll have to designate someone else to come in. But Fire Up Connect is actually a format that I created because I have been a member of other organizations and other business networking group, and I always felt there's something missing for me. And I feel like, okay, we're meeting, we're giving referrals, but the referrals are not solid. They're not, you know, something that I can call it as a lifetime referral. Okay. And so my ultimate goal is to create a platform where you get to know people really well, establish the relationship and increase the level of trust. And when you have that, then you'll be able to really understand how to promote them, how to help them with their business. And when you're able to do that, you're successfully can bring them business, and you're really making a difference in their business. And because of that, we're all going to be successful. And you know, and that's what you call lifetime referral. Okay. And I can tell you, Martha, I have a lot of those because I have, up to now, I have done residential real estate in the past of my business, and I still get referrals for those from those people up to now. And I have to refer them to somebody else because I don't do residentials anymore. And so that is what ultimately what you want out of the Fire Up Connect is the testimonials, the lifetime referrals, and you know, a really good business relationship. Okay, sounds good. All right. Okay, so that is the first part of our meeting, and now we're going to move on to the next part, which is Martha Razo, who is a data analyst, and I would like to learn more about Martha, so she's going to do a presentation today. So what I would do, Martha, is I'm going to go ahead and do multiple participants here so you can share your screen, and you can go ahead and do that now.
You're muted, Martha.
Nice. All righty, here we still start from this slide. So we're going to talk about these main things: our introduction, services, the value, contact information, and case studies. At the end, if I have some time, I want to share with everyone here 5 tips that I suggest from companies to follow to keep on this data-driven business solutions. Okay, so here we go. So introduction, who are we? Who's Solix? So it's me and my partner, Miriam Pishkar. We are PhD candidates in big data and process mining. We have together, each one of us individually, 10 years of experience in data analytics. So if you add that up, that's 20. I have 11 years of business experience. We're data and business experts, and we're solution-oriented minded. So there is no problem that we cannot solve, trust me. You give me some crazy coding, we'll figure it out. You give me some crazy tracking problem, we'll figure it out. So these are our solutions. We have a comprehensive financial analysis, and we have something called process-oriented analysis. For most individuals who I talk to, the comprehensive financial analysis package is what will work the best with them. I'm going to explain that in detail because this table is very dense, but I just want to let you know that we have two package process-oriented and comprehensive financial analysis. Process-oriented is for those big companies that have to do with a lot of processes. I mean, just think about Old Dominion. They have a lot of logistics, so there's a lot of processes. So we'll have them find problems in their process and try to find those bottlenecks to improve the process and save them money and hopefully get them more profit. But let's talk about package one. That's usually the one that everyone kind of fits everyone here. So the first thing we do when we get someone as a customer is we create a profit and loss monthly. If they have this profit and loss monthly, that is awesome. That is like ideal. But if they don't, it is a headache to have your profit and loss and make it happen. After that, we do visualization of the spending and the revenue. The visualization gives a business owner an idea of how their finances are looking and their expenses. So when you have a very high expense in something, that's when it raises a red alarm and be like, okay, we need to address this expense and try to figure out alternatives. After visualization, we dig even deeper and we create a forecast. We forecast sales and profits. After that forecast, we do what's called a pricing and sales cycle analysis. What is a pricing and sales cycle analysis? A lot of people are probably undercharging or overcharging. So if you're overcharging, you might not be competitive enough for your market. And if you're undercharging, you're probably losing money and don't even know it. So that's what pricing analysis is. And sales cycle is where we look at your sales at least for 3 years in the past up to now, and we try to really figure out, when are you doing good? When are you doing bad? Because when you're doing good, that's when you can actually elevate that and increase your sales and profits to double and even triple. If you're doing bad, we try to figure out what's the flood, what's the problem? Is it just a seasonal thing? If it's a market thing, we also investigate the markets that influence this low sales cycle for you. So there's a lot of research behind this and a lot of numbers collection. The last one is we use all of it from visualizations, forecasts, your sales cycles, your pricing to create a business strategy plan. So this business strategy plan is data driven. It helps allocate sales. It helps allocate marketing and other resources efficiently. So someone like Paul, I know you have most of the things on the top, like you have a profit and loss, but for example, in your project, you have a lot of data you want to collect. For example, you're trying to find out how are you going to impact these people? You're trying to convince people. The best way of convincing people is a story, and your story is powerful. But if you can attach numbers to that for people to understand the impact, then that's when you're going to have all these investors investing and where you're going to see numbers change. And that's something that we also do. We collect those numbers and tell the story in numbers. So this is the comprehensive analysis, financial comprehensive analysis. The business strategy also includes figuring out their systems for collecting data, because a lot of businesses don't even know how many people walk through the door of the restaurant, for example. Or let's say you have a golfing company. How many people are visiting you? Where are they coming from? We figure out a system to collect meaningful data to answer those kind of questions. Who's my target market? Who should I market to? What marketing platform should I use? So that's part of the business strategy plan. Let me see. So this is a cute quote that we came up with, and it's awesome because it's true. Data is the wings to your success. So get ready to fly with SolEx. We're not going to drive here. We're going to fly. So what is the value of SolEx? So why? Like, what are you going to do to me? So we're going to take away the burden, because if finances and organizing data and interpreting data is not your expertise, we're taking that burden away, because we understand the numbers are difficult. They take up a lot of time. I mean, even creating a profit and loss, you have to look at bank statements, organize them. We take the burden away from you. We can grow your profits. We've grown profits for one of our customers from 5% to 32%. That is the huge increase in profits. We've also grown sales. We doubled them. My favorite example I'll show you in the next slide is we increased sales. The customer was doing 4 to 5 million to 10.5 million in sales. And you know the future. Isn't it awesome if you know the future? You know if your business is going to go down and you change the story to your business. You know the story to your business, so you readjust to have the powerful impact and success that you're looking for. We can create models up to 94% accuracy. These are crazy algorithms and models that you only hear from Einstein and all these crazy mathematicians. We know how to do that. All righty, and this is my favorite case study, the 4 to 5 million from 2014 to 2020. We've got their sales to double, and now we're trying to get this company's sales to go to 100 million in 2026. That might seem insane and ridiculous, but data is the solution to making this happen, plus hard work and passion. If you have all three of them, you are going to be successful. So guys, let me end my conversation with some tips, and I'm going to share this with you, and I hope they can email this to you. This is my tips for you. Here is this. And I'm going to ask Mary, we can email them so you can all see them. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Martha, I will
Yeah.
actually make sure that we include this in our newsletter so people can go, and I'll send it to others too. Don't worry.
Okay, awesome. So these are my 5 tips from just my experience. Everyone should do this. If you're not doing it, make sure that you do it. And if you need help doing this, please contact me. So I suggest every business to have a monthly profit and loss. And don't categorize your expenses in general. Like if you put marketing, don't do marketing. Tell me what it is. Facebook, Google Ads. Also categorize your sources of income in detail. If you have separate offices, make sure those are categorized so you know who is giving you more money, what product is giving you more money. Second, have a yearly business plan. I know that is long and tedious, but if you don't have an idea where you want your business to go at the very beginning, you're basically like a headless chicken per se. So a yearly plan should include all these parts: product and your services. What is your product and services? Your inventory and production data, a marketing plan, have an operational plan, a sales plan, financial plan, have forecast. No one really has this forecast. This one, everyone lacks this one. Write down your professional and advisory support, because at some point you're going to need them, and it'll be nice to just have them in one page. Who are your networks? Who are your lawyers? Who are your advisors? Who can you count on? Management organization. Have an understanding what role each member plays in your company. Third advice is have a quarterly break-even price analysis. This is crucial because prices change all the time. So I'm suggesting you at least know your price every 3 months. Don't wait for more time. Fourth, create systems for collecting your business data. Data should provide insights into key business questions. So if you have a key business question, make sure you figure out a system to collect this data. Be consistent with data collection. Don't just collect it for 1 week. You need a lot of data. You need at least, I would say, at least 50 data points. Analyze data monthly or quarterly, but be consistent. And last, be ready to change the table, to turn the table if you have to. Be ready to change course when necessary. Have a growth mindset. You can learn anything, by the way. A lot of people think because you're just in your business, you have to do the things the way you've been doing them forever. No. Sometimes you have to change to grow. And remain solution oriented. There is a solution to any problem, even to flying. Trust me, we can figure out how to fly. I'm going to share this. This seems like a lot, but really every business should have these 5 key points. If you don't have them, please have someone help you, and I can help you. That's it, guys.
Thank you so much. All right, Martha, if you can remove us from the share screen, okay. And I tried to remove my video so we have a good reception here. Okay, so I am back. All right, questions for Martha. Michael, Paul, do you have any questions for Martha?
How long have you had your company, Martha?
I just started last year. I started last year, but I've been doing this kind of work for 6 years already. But I decided to incorporate Burley last year.
And where are you located?
I'm in Chicago.
Okay, you're a little closer to me.
Where are you at?
I'm in Ohio.
Oh, that's close. Very close.
All right, and Paul, what about you? Do you have any questions?
I think what Martha, I think one thing we should say about Martha, because I did meet with Martha and I do want to meet with her and her partner in the future, hopefully in the near future. Everything that she says, I agree with. I think what Martha has going for herself is that she came from a family of business owners. So maybe if I could just say that what would probably have value in this pitch deck of yours, Martha, is if you mention that, you know, you worked with your mom and dad and you figured, well, wait a minute, I graduated with this degree in this. I need to, you know, look at our business and see what we could do, and then tell the success about how that you turned it around, right? Because that has weight. So anyway, but definitely everything you said, I mean, I take notes and I know this to be true. I think I'm a person that categorizes, and sometimes my accountant, she just to make things easier, you know, just to put them in groups. But that is the key. I think the more detail you get, especially when you're dealing with a lot of money in different businesses, that you need to know where things are going and coming in. So touche, really nice.
Yeah, I also think that you got a good presentation, Martha. And I think in terms of the case study, it would be good to have a little bit more information of the company's, project that you're working on. So at least kind of relate more to the story. Because I see that the numbers are incredibly amazing, from 10.5 million to 100 million on 2026. But, you know, it would be good to have more information about what type of company is it that they are able to create that kind of forecast for 2026. You see what I'm saying? And how large is the company, and what kind of product. So it gives us more information of that, if that is reasonable or not. Anyway, for Michael and Paul, if you guys can put a chat comment for Martha in regards to what you think of her presentation. Let's take 30 seconds and give her great feedback of what she can take away from you guys. All right, working on it.
Oh, sure. Mary.
My side. On to the next one, Michael, and go ahead and put your information too, Martha, Michael, Paul, on chat, so you guys don't lose the connection.
I'm sorry, what was that? I apologize. What was that, Marie?
Go ahead and put your contact information on the chat. Yeah, something is wrong with my internet today, so it's been very slow. Okay, so Martha, the fact that you have two very experienced time to have a one-on-one meetings with them, because it looks like they have some insights in regards to your presentation, and the more you find in your presentation, the better you can connect with the audience. Okay, so all of that information. Now we're going to move on to the next opportunity for us to share what's going on with our success, and if you have any kind of specific goal that we can help you achieve that goal. So let's go ahead and start
It's
with
been a great,
Paul.
great beginning of the week. I have tomorrow an interested architect that is going to meet me at my office tomorrow here at my office, and we're going to go down to Civic Plaza. The interview with the mayor, Marie, I think really it's a powerful means of marketing. And so he asked if I could send him that interview, and I did. And so he set up the appointment. And so I think this is going to be the start of things. The city already sent me a couple of appraisers that they're recommending that I use. And so, yeah, I think this is, it's just moving along big things. And then my business in San Francisco, we're ready to launch the marketing there. And that's going to be a huge undertaking. And so I'm really looking forward to that. This week, a lot could happen. So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Well, congratulations though, Paul, for having that radio show. It's all out now on social media and a lot of the distribution from the radio show. So congratulations. That was a really good interview. And I think this is a great beginning for you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you.
Okay. What about you, Martha?
Success of this week. I'm working on my Solix business plan, so I'm excited about that.
Okay. All right.
So me and Miriam are going to lay out our goals and our strategy for marketing. So that's always exciting because this is when you're dreaming and you got all these crazy ideas.
And I can help you if you need my expertise on that, Martha. Okay. Because I know
Awesome.
what you provide, I get it. I used to be financial and analyst for a big healthcare corporation. So I get what you're doing. All right, Michael, your turn.
Okay, this is what I've got going in the next week. Is that what it is?
Whatever you wanted to share, any of your success stories that kind of gives us an idea of what your accomplishments are, or a specific challenge that you're needing some recommendation or feedback from the group, or a specific goal that you wanted to accomplish. Give us a time frame of your completion for this specific goal, so maybe we can see if we can give you some resources or whatever.
Okay, well, I'll be honest with you, right at the present time, there's not a lot I need help with. I've been doing my business long enough, but I'll kind of give you a clue of what's going to happen here in the next couple of months with me. Because of COVID and the fact that I've got 4 sons and none of them live in Ohio anymore. There's one in Granada Hills, California. I've got one in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I've got 2 in Florida, one in Clearwater and one in Bradenton. We went for about 2 years and didn't get to see anybody because of the COVID thing. So we decided to get crazy and we decided we're moving to Florida. So we're in the process now of packing up our house and in the process of looking for a house in Florida. And I'm going to be moving here probably in the next month to 2 months. So I've got a lot of things on my plate right now. So if anybody wants to come and help pack boxes, you're more than welcome.
Well, where in Florida are you moving?
It'll be on the Gulf Coast, somewhere between Tampa and Sarasota. Sarasota is about an hour south of Tampa. And we want to be right in the middle because the 2 sons, they live about an hour apart. So
well, here's the interesting part, Michael. Yesterday, I actually ended up going to a friend of mine's new venue for wedding. And so I checked it out. It was actually a golf course, an old golf course where they have acres and acres of land. And it looks like they're looking for people who wants to buy the land for the golf course, or put some hotel boutiques in there, or create some a group of investors for what they're trying to do. that is something that, we're talking about golf, that might be interesting. Now, Paul, Michael has the golf accessories, but you're building your city, and you're creating all kinds of commercial. Is a golf course something that you guys are even including in your development?
That's a great question, Marie. Yes, there was a golf course here that they did the disservice of letting it go, and there was a big lawsuit. So definitely, now that the Civic Center geographically is centered in the center of Rio Rancho, I think all that is being thought of, either,
Yeah.
Golf course with entertainment parks, stuff like that. So definitely, that's
Wow.
yeah, you should look into it, Michael. And I could also send you something on Rio Rancho. It's vast amount of land out here to be developed.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, what I'd have to do is I'd have to check with the companies that I represent and see if they might have a representative in your area that I could have get in touch with you.
Okay.
And then if there isn't anybody in that area, if there's something I could do for you, that would be great. But if there is somebody that's got that area covered, then of course I have to turn it over to them.
Of course.
Okay. Well, I see some great opportunities here. Michael, you've been in the business for many years. It looks like you already nailed some of your system for making your business successful. So I think it'll be great for you to bless others in regards to your experience. And Fire Up Connect is a great membership site for people that are coming in. Normally, we would have more people than this. Martha and Paul are official members of Fire Up Connect, and they've had great experience on what we have had here. Maybe, Martha and Paul, if you can share some of your thoughts about Fire Up Connect to Michael, so he gets more information about what we're doing here.
Did you want to go, Martha, or should I go?
You can take it and I'll take it afterwards.
Yeah, Michael, I think what you have to notice in Marie, this is Marie. She really likes relationships, and I've been blessed by having great women in my life. One of them being my mother, and growing up with my mother, my sister. I have a lot of cousins that are females too. That I've been blessed by that, in the sense that you start to really see that we are different, men from women. And I think when you could get men and women to work together, it's just a beautiful thing. With that said, joining Marie's Fire Up Connect, I've joined the other Real Men for Real Estate, and I had an opportunity to be a host, and I interviewed the mayor of this city that I'm trying to promote. And so that has, it holds a lot of value in what I'm trying to do, because just to build a city there's so many components that are going to go into this, right? To be a part of this. And it's way bigger than me. And it involves a lot of money, a lot of talent, a lot of foresight, comprehensive plans that are going to not only work today, but years to come. So I think connecting with Marie has really helped me to, not so much be on the rooftop, but be on the Empire State Building, so to speak, or the Pyramid Building, and let people know what I'm doing, So, and I'm a people person, but there's other people that have talent like Marie, that she already has these platforms in place. So it's a value. So thank you, Marie.
Thank you, Paul. What about you, Martha?
What I notice about Marie is that she really cares about people that she works with, but she's not going to waste her time with people. Like I'm very happy that someone believed in what I'm doing, because it's very hard to get people to think about the future and think about numbers and all of this that's actually here. If you think, look, our world is being run by data and all these algorithms. Netflix tells you exactly what you want to watch. They know what you want to watch. Your car is now going to start driving on its own. Marie sees this, and I needed a lion like a Marie who has connections, and she really cares. Even if she had the connection, she really didn't care. I'll be like, So I'm excited to be here because she has a connection. She really dearly cares about connecting people. And plus, there's so much you're learning. And usually we have more people here, so you hear everyone's perspective on like very difficult topics.
Awesome. Michael, if you can give us a feedback of so far what you have experienced in 45 minutes meeting with us.
Well, there's a lot of enthusiasm in the group. I can tell that right off the bat. Actually, I've been networking for quite a while. I've started my own networking group here locally, and I've already made some connections in the Florida area with some networking groups, because when I move down there, I'm going to start networking down there. And I'll probably do the golf business down there also, because they don't have anybody down there doing it. But I'm also going to be looking around to see what other things are available. So, having connections in one of the groups that I am a part of is called the Secret Go-Givers. And I don't know if you've ever read that book, but the premise of the book is you build relationships with people you know, like, and trust. And that's pretty much what networking is. When you build a relationship with people so that you know them, you will be more likely to refer them to other people and help them, in any way you can. So that's a lot about what I'm about. As far as the group goes, I don't know how much time I will be able to devote to this right now, because of the fact I'm going to be very busy for the next 2 months, getting myself moved to Florida and clearing things up here. But definitely when I have some time, I'll jump on.
Okay, well, we would love for you to check us out again, Michael, because it looks like you do have a lot of connections that, you can connect the members of Fire Connect to other professionals, and look at the opportunities that we do here, because we have members from all over. We have members from New York, from different states. It's just amazing. And we always have new members. Like you said, how did I get you in this meeting? Because we connect with people that are not members, and we bring them in so we can meet them and find some ways to collaborate. So that's what we do here. I am very honored that you're here, and I thank you again for joining us. Martha, I know I put you on a mute. Let me ask you to unmute there. Okay, so Martha, I think you have a lot of great you have a lot of great knowledge that you can really help the business people. And I think, again, just fine tuning your presentation is something that we need to keep working on. And Paul is probably one of going to be your potential clients, because he sees what you provide. And that is something that right away I can see so many things that could happen in the future, especially when he is working on this big project that he has. By the way, if you wanted to watch the radio show that Paul did, you can go to YouTube. It's on Real Men of Real Estate. It's also on the website called kcaaradio.com. Just go to the full schedule, look for Real Men of Real Estate, and click on podcast, and you'll see all the episodes there. But the YouTube video is already out on for the Real Men of Real Estate on Paul's interview. And that's actually a really good interview that Paul did with the mayor. And he's going to be consistently now hosting the Real Men of Real Estate. We have 4 hosts that coming in every Sunday. And I think this Sunday we have Steve Matley, who's going to be on the Real Men of Real Estate. And he's also going to be in the Fabulous Lifestyle. And he's interviewing 2 people. One of the people in there is one of our members, Rick Morgan, on franchising. So he's going to be interviewed on franchising. And we also have Lynette LaRoche, who is a member of the Global Society of Female Entrepreneurs. And she is going to talk about transitioning from corporate to entrepreneurs. I think, Martha, this might be a really good one for you to listen to. So make sure you check that out. That's a Sunday at 3:00 p.m. So the Real Men is at 1:00. And the Fabulous is at 3:00 p.m. So if you want to watch that. Plus, James Watson, our member, remember James Watson? Okay, so he's also going to do his radio hosting for Fire Connect, and it's going to be aired on Sunday at 4 p.m. So he's talking about sales, HR. I think he's bringing a guest that is expert on HR. So there's a lot of corporate information that would come out of that radio show. So check out the radio show. That would be awesome. Now, Michael, we have a magazine for finest women in real estate, and we're producing another magazine for fabulous lifestyle and real men of real estate. If you wanted to include some of your golf accessories information in there, that would be great. And if you wanted to advertise on our radio show or on our social media, let me know and we can talk about it. Okay. Sounds good. The more we can get the information to people, the better. And Martha, I think that would be good for you to think about in regards to an article about your business. So, you did a great presentation. I think you need to submit an article for the website that we can push out on social media. And you can attach even the presentation if you want to. Same thing with you, Paul. Submit an article about the Rio Rancho. Put it on our website. We will push it out and we can link the video of the mayor in there. By the way, your show, the radio show, is also in Roku for the full episode. So we published that in Roku network under Building Solid Foundations. So it is also in that big distribution network because we do have TV distribution and we were able to push out your radio show too, Paul. So you are now everywhere.
I want to be everywhere.
And
I want to be like the plague. No.
Yeah. And Martha is going to be hosting the radio show for Fire Up Connect. And she's scheduled to be, when are you scheduled? The first, is it the first week of February?
The first week of February.
Yeah. So she's going to be hosting too.
Fantastic.
So Michael, if you ever wanted to be, part of what we're doing, we have a lot of fun things together. People are very energized. We always get new visitors. Our members are amazing. They're very influential. And I'm sure you are too, because you said you are connected to a lot of networking groups. I am connected to a lot of organizations as well as Martha and Paul and the other members that we have. So thank you so much for being here. Any last questions, announcement or anything? Anybody? We'll start with Michael.
Nothing right now. No.
Okay, just moving and making sure that we get you. By the way, I know somebody in Florida that you probably need to meet, but I'll talk to you more about that. Paul, any last comments?
Yeah, I was just going to share that with Michael too, my business partner out of San Francisco. We do help people in Florida as far as any type of loan or real estate service that you might need. So food for thought.
There you go. You got the best commercial real estate broker in town. I mean, you can't beat that. Martha, any last comments?
Paul,
Yes.
we don't have to do the services we have there. I'm a mathematician, so you pick on my brain for your big project. If you want to start collecting data to give your project the right direction and organization that it needs.
Awesome.
Martha, don't give up. That's, believe me, I see your value, definitely. So as soon as, I meet with this architect tomorrow and let's see what happens, but definitely I am going to need someone like yourself, definitely. So hang in there and let's see what we could do for sure.
Yes. And, one of these days, because I remember I'm planning the big live event this year. So I'm going to have some, I'm going to need presenters and panelists and all of that. Martha, you're going to have to really have a good presentation because we're going to be talking about you doing some presentation to all of these people.
No pressure, right?
Yeah, no pressure. We still have a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it more personable. Let me tell you why it wasn't so personable. Because I actually had a interview with someone after I talked to you, Paul. Before that, I talked to somebody, and I guess I was too personable. So if it sounded a little bit cold, it's because I got some feedback, and I think I turned it to 360 rather than keeping it at 180.
Well,
Wait, on this presentation, you mean the one that you just gave right now?
Not this one, but just in general, when I pitched about my work, I always started with myself and where I come from, but I talked too much about myself that they were just bored.
Yeah, no, you know what? I think it's a learning curve. Every presentation you give, because you do have to have it to that level of professionalism. But then, you know, I think that just when I heard that part about you with, you know, being a graduate, having a degree in this, and then you just look, it was like, you know, one of those aha moments. That's what I got out of it when you shared that with me. Because sometimes we don't see what we could do with the stuff that we already have, and you got it. So I think it's worth sharing. But no, the professionalism, keep it there. That it needs to be there, definitely.
Yeah, I think master a presentation for about 20 minutes. Okay. If you could do a 20-minute presentation where you're very professional, but at the same time connect on a personal level with the stories that you have, because they need to connect with you and they need to feel like, wow, this woman is amazing. That's what you want them to think about. Okay. And they will, you know, like, you're so likable. They just want to work with you. It doesn't matter what you do. They're going to want to work with you. That's what you want. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Michael. Thank you for your time. Thanks, everybody. And we will see you on Friday at 11 a.m., our next meeting. And hopefully we'll have more people. And Martha, this is recorded. We're going to try and figure out how we can spread it out to more people so they can watch it. But again, you know, try and fine tune your presentation. I think if we get a really good presentation, we will do more for you. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
It was awesome, Martha.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, it was.
Thanks for the
Bye, everyone.
invitation.
Nice meeting you. I'm going to reach out
Nice
to you
meeting
too,
all of
Marie.
you.
If not
I'll
today,
send you
tomorrow.
a chat. Make sure that you guys can get a hold of each other. It looks like Michael's information is in, and Martha. So save your chat and do a follow-up meeting and have more discussion, more fun discussions.
All right.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.